Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your January 2020 horoscope for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any new content. And of course, if you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are watching this on Instagram, then feel free to leave a like as well as sharing this out and following the page so that you don't miss out on any new content. So starting off, Libra, we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. And so there is something here, Libra, where this is about you stepping into your true power. This is about you realizing that you are being protected and guided and watched over, and that it is time for you to stand in your own power, your own truth, your own dignity. And looking ahead, we do have the King of Cups, where it is time for you to fully express yourself. With the King of Cups here, there is something here about you flowing in your divine truth and on your divine path, and fully feeling into that and using your intuition, using your emotions to fully express who you are. And there is a big thing about who you are, as we do have the Magician in reverse. That remember that you are powerful, that you hold this magic, this uniqueness of who you are, and that you are connected to divine source. This is a time for you to realize that you are an infinite being living a physical human existence. And so this is where, for a lot of you, it is time for you to incorporate the physical and the spiritual as one in your life. It is time for you, Libra, to fully step into who you are. So you do have the power within you to create and manifest anything that you want. So if this is a challenging time for you, which for those of you out there who are going through a challenging time at the moment, this is a reminder of the true power and dignity that you have and the magic that you can make happen. Remember that, especially if you are a Libra, Sun, or Rising, that you do have this charm to you where you can negotiate and make things happen in your life. And so you do have some very magical abilities of manifesting and creating what you want into your reality. Now next we have the Hierophant in reverse. And so again, there's something here about, do you actually believe in your true power and your true capabilities? Do you have the faith? Do you have the belief? And remember that Jupiter is in Capricorn, so this is a major faith test, as Jupiter is at its weakest position, but Jupiter's still trying to open doorways for you. It's still making things happen for you. And so even though this is more difficult as Jupiter is in Capricorn, requiring more work, more discipline, more commitment, there is something here where this Jupiter in Capricorn is a faith test. It's asking, okay, even though you have to do more work, even though you have to go through these challenges, do you still believe? Do you still have hope? Do you still have faith that this will all work out? And ultimately, do you believe in yourself? Because there's always something about the Hierophant where you already have the faith, the answers in yourself. Right? We always see the dove and the keys and all these little symbols of hope and faith. And there's something there about it's your keys. Right? You have the key to unlock the door. You have the faith. You have the hope to get there, to succeed. And it's really standing in that truth and in that power where you can actually spread that to others so that they can understand, okay, I have the faith, I have what I need to unlock the answer, and the answer's within you. And so there is a big question about, where do your values lie? What do you have faith in? Where do you find worth in? And a lot of this, we talked about the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups, the Magician. A lot of this major arcana energy where this is really about you getting into your true divine worth, your true divine power. And with the Nine of Pentacles here, a lot of that has to do with leaving behind the past. There's always something about the Nine of Pentacles that is always this reminiscing of the past. That's always just this ruminating and this feeling of this connection to what was once there. And with the Nine of Pentacles, it's okay to observe that. But are you going to ruminate and stay in that? To stay in that nostalgia? Because the 9 is always an ending, right? We always see the woman who is there looking at what she's leaving behind. Right? So it's like taking one last glance before moving forward. And there's something about the Pentacles where this is earth energy. This is practical. Like, there are practical steps that need to be taken in order to get to your success. Because remember that the 10 of Pentacles is that moment where you come into your success. You come into your achievements. And you sort of watch everything grow before you. And so this is the last doorway that needs to be closed before stepping into that ultimate abundance. And so for you, you are at this point, Libra, where if you follow the story of the Rider Tarot, that you are at this major checkpoint in your life where it's time to close doorways off, right? You're thinking about, you're seeing the past, but it's time to close the door completely and step into something new. Because that is where your true power lies. And a lot of this is about your power. We talked about the Magician. We talked about the Hierophant. We talked about the Queen of Wands, the King of Cups. Where's your faith? Where's your worth? Where's your full expression? Who are you in your full dignity? What power do you have of stepping into your true power and your true worth moving forward? And so there is something big about this 9 of Pentacles where it is time for you to close major doorways and chapters in your life. If there are things that you were thinking about, ruminating, reminiscing over, a lot of those old connections are dying off for you. That this is time to step into something new. And speaking of that, we have Mercury in reverse here, where Mercury is asking you to move on. Mercury is asking you to keep a neutral perspective and not get stuck in the little details of what you're leaving behind in the past, in the old. right? In that Nine of Pentacles card, there's something about how we see these brown colored leaves, right, where there was once a rose bed. And so it's the changing of the season, the changing of the seasons. It's a death and a rebirth. And there is something here about where Mercury is asking you to move. Mercury is asking you, okay, based on those things in the past, let's keep a neutral mindset. Let's keep a neutral mindset and analyze and observe and break down the information and the truth and the data and the facts to see, okay, what serves me, what doesn't. And this is very much aligned with what we will experience as you will see a Gemini North Node with Venus on top of it, retrograde, in 2020. That this is going to be a major question of what needs to be left behind in order to go on this new journey, this new adventure. Because this Gemini North Node that's coming up is opening the doorways for you to step into something new. And it is bringing in the information, the truth, the facts, the data, right? Because Gemini is the opposite of Sag. So Gemini doesn't go off of belief and higher understandings. Gemini goes off of, okay, what are the datas? What are the facts in my environment that I need to look into? And so there is something here where make sure you have all the facts. Make sure you have all the information before trying to step back into something old that no longer serves you. And then we see your own card, Libra, where it is time for you to step into balance in your life. And as a Libra, there is something about how your soul mission is tied and connected to this finding and seeking of balance. But ultimately, you come into the balance as you step into who you are and fully love and accept who you are, right? Because the opposite end of Libra is Aries. And there is something about how Aries and Libra create that balance. And there is something about how Libra wants to please, wants to negotiate, wants to do all these things to make peace in the environment. But Aries is like, but what about my needs? What about my self-love? What about my self-worth? And this is a big lesson for those of you who are Libras, who are still seeking out that balance in your life, still trying to find and understand where it comes from, that there is something here about how you have to actually fully accept and be in your own truth before just trying to give everything and trying to please everyone. Because we know that Libra has this charm, has this ability to negotiate and find that peace and understanding, but are you able to do that within yourself? So this is the ultimate balance that needs to be found in your life. And with Uranus here, again, there's a major change. It's time for you to elevate. It's time for you to go to the next level. And so a lot of things in the past need to be left behind. And it's interesting that we have Scorpio here because Uranus is exalted in Scorpio, right? Uranus is in its most powerful position in Scorpio, but we have it in its weakest position currently in Taurus in retrograde, where it is trying to make us understand that this revolution, this great big change that we are going through is going to be about your value, your worth, about what you're physically attached to and connected to, what you find security in. But with this Scorpio energy here, this is big for transformation. Scorpio is telling you to go in deep and to look at the real things going on within you and to really go through that in-depth transformation, to really go through the changes and the deep work that needs to be done within you. So that is your January 2020 horoscope for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.